Uh-oh. Let's change that. Spelling matters. Actually, it matters. Not really. Fix that. Launch Facebook. So you can't see I misspelled it. Y'all see I misspelled criticize. I still misspell it? I typed too fast. 80, they didn't see it. Yeah, they didn't see it. I got it just in time. They didn't get it. They didn't see it. I know how to spell criticize. I can't spell. Oh, dang it. I just lost my memory. Damn it. I like those memories. Anybody know how to bring back Facebook memories? I like the memories. Go back, they show you the funny stuff you posted and the light stuff from a year ago. People who started late are like, damn, that brother cannot spell. He needs some help. All right, I fixed it. I keep reminding people, I don't care about the King's English. I'm not a King's Englisher. I don't care about the King's grammar. I do my best. That's all you're gonna get from me. Do my best. That's it. You're not gonna get any tears, not gonna get any crying, not gonna get me studying grammar. I hated English. I hated English, the subject. The only thing I liked about the subject was history. That's the only thing I liked about it. There's a lot of sociology in history class. The only thing I liked. I mean, there's a lot of sociology and history in English class. That's the only thing I like. King's English, throw that mess out. I could care less about it. I don't care how to spell. I don't care how to type. If the communication is effective, it's all I care about. So anyway, I know how to spell. I know how to spell some things. I know how to spell important words. All right, that's not what I want to talk about. Get comments going so I can see who's in the shop. Well, Mary, what you doing on YouTube, girl? You lost? What you doing on YouTube, Mary? Mary, you supposed to be on Facebook. What are you doing over there? All right, let's see. I shared it, which is why thank you, sharing, liking, all of that stuff, subscribing. All right, I want to talk about criticization. Is that a word? I don't care if it's not. You know me. Criticization. Let's talk about that. If you're not criticizing, it's bad. If you're not criticizing the boss, you're wasting your time. I'll tell you right now. If you're not criticizing the boss, you're wasting your time. Always focus on the boss. Focus on the boss. Know who the boss is. Now, how you know who the boss is? How you know who the boss is? Not going after the baby monkeys. Go after the big monkey. Go after the one that you're not allowed to criticize. The one that, but you know what? But a piece of advice. You can't go after him every day though. Piece of advice. You cannot go after. I'm gonna reset the music a little bit. I'm not ready yet. You can't go big boss every day. And not go after the big. You can't do it. Friends disappear. They disappear. I got Facebook friends. I still don't know where they put them in holes, brother. I ain't know. They went to Patricia, but they will put you in a hole when you coming for the big boss, but you can't come for the big boss every day. You cannot do it. You gotta go for the big boss when you can. I'm gonna tell y'all a story in a minute. Let me get my comments up. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing this morning? Brenda and Mary. Mary, you on your Facebook too, girl? Mary, you just showing your technology. She everywhere, girl. You just everywhere. Mary on Facebook and YouTube. Made me laugh this morning. I miss her. Who made you laugh, Brenda? Good morning, Heaven. Or Mary made you laugh? Mary all over. Just all over the place, girl. Watch that. Rebecca, good morning. Brother Chris, what the hell are you doing up this early? A little early for you, isn't it? I have to upgrade my YouTube game. Yes, you do. But you're doing good on your green screen game. I see you. Keep rolling with it. Chris is thug life. Well, Chris just thug life. He don't slow down. That brother don't stop. He been going at this stuff strong. Thug life. High energy, too. You should be a pastor somewhere. I don't know how you do it. He always high energy, high on that energy. I get tired. He a young guy. I'm not Chris one of them young bucks. He thug life. Now he's not like colonization thug life. He's not like America. He's not like Brittany and Brittany. Did I say Brittany? Dang it, that's my cousin. I mean Brittany, Britannia, Germans, the Italy, the colonizers. All right, let me change the music. I'm a little late this morning. I'm late. Anybody tired? I'm still tired. I'm still not recovered. I'm still not recovered. Clock change. I'm not recovered. I still need some time. And I got a daggone splinter. I'm gonna talk about what you can't criticize today. Hang on, I got a lot going on. Wait, let me get myself together. Get yourself together. I had a teacher always used to tell me, Miss Neeline, hey, get yourself together first. Get yourself together. All right, I can't do that. Actually, her cousin, her niece is on my Facebook. I can't say that. She was, what did Miss Neeline teach? I forgot what she taught. You always remember the good teachers. You always remember the teachers that focused on you. And mind you, I hated her subject, but Miss Neeline, she didn't play. You always remember the passionate teachers. You always remember the teachers that taught you something. The ones that actually wanted to be teachers. They weren't just in between degrees. They weren't in between jobs like, ah, damn it, what am I gonna do with my life? I guess I'd teach some old crusty kids or something. All right, I'm running my mouth like my comments stuff. Good morning, Brenda, brown nosing. Good morning, Heaven, Lori, John, Allison, Brother Daniel, and Ken, Jasmine. Y'all, Jasmine called me out yesterday, didn't Jasmine called me? This is why I love my friends. I love my friends. They don't play. My friends do not play. They will not let me go back to Gaslit Land. Sometimes I get tired. I just want to go back. Like, I'm tired of fighting the big monkey. Can I go back to fighting the little monkey? I'm tired. She called me out yesterday. That's how you know people love you, because they're honest with you. They're the ones that tell you that your boogers is hanging out your nose, you stink, you need to go home, put on a little deodorant or something, lemon, citrus. They're the ones that tell you ashy. You know your friends, they're the ones that they don't lie to you. They tell you the truth. You start messing up. Say, yeah, that dress make you look fat. Yeah, it sure do. Nope, you can't wear that belt. Them pants don't fit no more. You did too good this holiday season. You need to go to the gym. You need to grow some food, get a garden. Bumps out your face, they're not gonna lie to you. Go to Walgreens and get some drugs. No, they tell you, damn it. You need to get you some aloe. You need to stop drinking all that sugar. You need to stop drinking soda pop. It's for children, not for adults. Stop eating the Twinkies. Your friends are honest with you. They're real honest with you. Like, I think, is that a flea in your house? Oh, your house been infested with fleas. I ain't never coming to your house. Your friends don't lie to you. Oh, I'm gonna come to your house, just get bit up and pretend. No, I'm not. I don't like the pretend world. I don't like. What did Jasmine call me on yesterday? I don't know. Shit, I forgot. My friends called me on something. Sometimes, like, you have to keep pulling people back, right? Gotta pull people back. It was something about living. What was it, Jasmine? I forget. I was talking about living or something, living life for a living. I kind of went off the rail. And she said something deep. I quoted it. I go back to it. She said something. I like to quote y'all. I appreciate when y'all drop some deep comments. I don't read all the comments, but I go back and I try to read most of them. I was talking about something for a living. Oh, right. She was saying something to the effect of, you don't need to take a vacation if you're living. If you're living life, you don't need a break. If you're living your life. What are you supposed to do for a living? You're supposed to live. And if you need a vacation from what you're doing, you're not living your life. You're not living your authentic life. And I was just off rambling on something. Y'all know how I do. And she pulled me back. She's like, you need a break. Damn it. She didn't say damn it. I mess up quotes all the time. I do it. She's like, you need to be living your authentic life. You know, and it's something I knew, but you just have to, this is what we do to each other. It's like, no, come on back from the cliff. Chris, come on back. Chris, come on. Hey, Mary, hey. You know, that's what we're supposed to do. Criticize. All right, so what I want to talk about today. I was thinking about a couple things. Where's Tag Nap? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So I was working. No, I'm not gonna start there. Where I'm gonna start? Criticize. Always criticize the ones you can. But you're wasting your time. Always criticize who you can, or you're not. You're not criticizing the matrix. You're lost in the game. Criticize the ones who censor you. Criticize when you get censored. Be smart about it. Can't do it every day. Can't do it every day. They will disappear you. Brother Jack sent me this video on, I guess it was on Fox. Can't stand Fox, can't stand CNN, MSNBC, can't stand the majority. But they say some truth every now and then. There's a lot of truth. They just don't say all the truth. They say parts of the truth, but you can get a lot from them. But watching them is just too hard for me because it's just, I'm like, that sounds good, yes! But then they go off and they give their own little spin and ruin it. And what he was talking about, what is his name? Tucker Carlson? What was he talking about? He was talking about how you can't criticize certain people in the United States. You can't criticize because the boss won't ever let you criticize, right? The matrix is a system, and we're all born into this matrix, which is why we don't live our authentic lives. We live what we're told to live by our parents and how they break us in the society and the communities we live in and the universities and how to make money. What makes the most money, that breaks us. Gets us into being a dentist, a doctor, lawyer, something. And meanwhile, some little bastard on Twitch making $22,000 a day. You ain't made $22,000. What is it? The March? You ain't even made $22,000 yet. You got a little kid. He made that just by the time. What time is it? 10 o'clock. I didn't got it. Boom, 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 boom. He done made $22,000 on Twitch, living his authentic life. He loved video games, just playing video games for a living. Got people on Twitch making millions of dollars a year. We get lost and we don't live our authentic lives. Brother Jack is in the house, good. And so it was a Tucker Carlson video. He was explaining that, you can't criticize the matrix. You can criticize everybody in the matrix. You can criticize all the red herrings. You can criticize the little monkey. You see the little, hey, kid, let's see the monkey. Monkey! So y'all see the little monkey? Everybody say hi, little monkey. Like, this dude is crazy. This is why I don't watch Gerard. Say hi, little monkey. Little monkey. You can criticize little monkey because the matrix, the big one, Silverback, he'll let you criticize it. Don't stay too long now. There's a little more relationship there that might fit this analogy. You can't criticize certain ones. It's the boss. The matrix boss is the one you can't criticize. You may not be able to criticize the police in the matrix either. Here's an example. I went to Disney World. Y'all ever go to Disney World? I went to Disney World. Disney World! I'll never go there again. Never go there again. Waste your time. Waste your time. Besides the fact that they're involved with the CIA, the military industrial complex, and they lie to people and children and ruin them and breaking them. This was when I was a young man. I was there with my young wife, walking around Disney World this is before Animal Kingdom. They just had like a little zoo area. It wasn't like now. I'm hot. Anybody hot? And we went to go see the monkey park. Oh, that's the monkey walk, right? They had a monkey walk. You go on the monkey walk. You go in and out these buildings. Anybody remember that? And we got to the place where there was a silverback. And I think it was a whole tribe of them, whole group. It was a group of monkeys called a Congress. It was a whole Congress of monkeys. And there was one silverback. And I walked in there. Oh no, there goes Jack. I'm sorry, I got different Jacks. That's Brother Jack. Not Jack Hall, not Jack Lou. I got all kind of Jacks. Anyway, that's the Jacks. Jack. And I guess I stared a little too long at the silverback. I'm there with my wife, young man, young woman. And maybe I stared too long at him. Maybe he didn't like my mustache. Maybe he was thinking that I wanted to get some of that monkey coochie. Maybe he was trying to protect his harem. But you know what that silverback did? Maybe he recognized me in the crowd as the threat. I don't know. I can tell you this. I didn't stay in that exhibit too damn long because that damn thing, he done looked at me and raised up. kind of ran around a little bit like this. I was like, what the hell is he doing? I think he was on me. I think I did anything. I'm at Disney where I paid my money. I just want to see what's going on. And all of a sudden, I heard something behind me like, what the hell? You know, and he's just going around, running back and forth through the exhibit. And something hit over there. What the hell? Something behind? What? Some snakes or something? What the hell going on? Then my wife was just sitting there. I don't think she knew what was going on. I think she's looking at the monkeys. She's like, oh, it's monkeys. I see the monkeys. Got the solar. I think I had a Polaroid back then. We had the first video cameras, the old ones. And I realized what the monkey was doing. The monkey was running around. See, he's the boss. This is his exhibit. The humans, y'all just come to feed him, clean up his poop behind him. This is his troop and y'all are his slaves. The only problem is the world is just very small and it got cages around it. That's all. And humans, they appear and they walk in. This was his area. And he was running back and forth and I couldn't see what was going on because the monkeys, when they throw stuff, their arms, they don't have to focus. They're not like us. We got bad vision, we got bad eyes. So I know we ain't from this planet. And we look and we wind up and we throw it. The monkey, this silverback, he's just running back and forth. He's like this. He was just throwing rocks he's throwing rocks at me. So I was in the hell. All right, once I realized the damn silverback gorilla is pissed off at me, throwing rocks at me, and nobody else. All these people standing around. See, and this is, you know what? This is, they lie about all the other white privilege. This was real white privilege because I was the only black person there, and my wife was a light-skinned black person, and the monkey did. So he focused in on me, right? That's some written. They was white privilege walking all around. Not the white privilege they lie about in Washington, but the real white privilege. And, you know, the monkey was like, you the darkest one. We gonna come after you, right? And so that's what he was doing. I got out of there. What's my point? You will know when you say the truth. You will know who you can't talk about. All right, and look at the sister just came up in the room. Y'all see the sister just came over? I ain't gotta say her name. Half of y'all know who she is. And she go ahead and say hi in the room, sister. We know we say, go ahead and say hi in the room. When you every day, be up on it. Every day, without rest. Now she coming on the weekends. And when you are after the silverback, when the silverback sees you and realize that Patricia Negron is the only black one in the crowd, the only one that looked like me, might want to take my monkey coochie, might want to hurt my children, it'll come after you. Always go after who you can't criticize. That's how you know. Why don't you every day say what Brother Al and Patricia say? Well, because I wouldn't be here if I did. That's number one. You got to duck and bob and weave sometimes. Some people go head on every single day. But I know what they'll do. If you go on head on every single day at the ones who control the United States, the ones who own the Democrat Party, own the Republican Party, the ones who own Britain, the ones who own Germany, the ones who own all of it, they own the Pentagon, then when you go after the boss, well, let me say it another way. I'm gonna say it another way. When you go after something that's key to the boss, something that's in the boss's realm of keeping everybody in the matrix, they come after you too. So it doesn't even have to be that group are the ones that run everything. But the boss doesn't want you speaking about that group for a reason. There's some profit, there is something that's happening and a reason why you can't go. So this is the here, okay, I'm gonna try to wrap it up real quick. I'm trying to wrap, not the whole conversation, just my point in the beginning. When you're in the matrix, and we all are, the matrix news will never go after anything. It will never criticize in any serious way the matrix. Never will. So let's be clear. What do we hear all day long in the news all day long? Trump. I just saw something this morning. He tweeted 29 times this weekend. 29 times he tweeted. He didn't lose his Twitter account once. They didn't ban him, block him, or nothing. Trump, Trump, Trumpy, Trump, 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 Trump. Why? Because the Matrix wants you fighting Trump. What else do we hear? Russia, 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 Russia. Socialism, socialism, socialism. Capitalism, capitalism. All the things that have absolutely nothing to do with ending the Matrix that's destroying the planet that we all live on. All day long. I saw something today, the Mueller thing. They said, is the Mueller investigation? I don't know if it's coming to an end or something. Maybe he's releasing some other nonsense that don't mean nothing to a hill of beans to the Matrix. Why? Because it gets you zoned in. Gets you zoned into the wall. Why they want a wall? It's to stop pedophilia. No, it's not. It's to get you to argue with the other dumb monkeys. It's to get you to not focus on the silverback. It's to get you to not focus on the boss. It's to get you to not ask questions like, why in the hell are there 42,000 rape kits in New York City that have not been tested? Because they want rapists running on the streets. Why would New York do that to us? Because it makes you fight each other. It sends you against the rapists. If there were no rapists, what would you focus on? The Matrix, the boss. You would listen to people like Patricia. All day long. I see her post. I see your post, girl. She's there. I see your post all day long. Like, oh, but Lord, did she post that? Like, oh, goodness gracious. Sis ain't gonna be here too long. She don't pull no punches. She'll put it right out there. She'll put it right out there. But that's who is running the show. All day long. I got upset a little last night. I posted the Democrats and Republicans are the super predators of the world. They murder and kill everybody with impunity. And all of that's true. I get annoyed with it because I see people always post on it. But I always make sure I put all the political parties. I don't just isolate one of them. I say all of them. It's okay to talk about the problem, but let's not pretend we know the cause. Presidents don't run the show. How do I know that for a fact? Empirically. Prime ministers do not run the show. How do I know that for a fact? Empirically. Political parties do not run the show. They can have whatever policies they would like. Ideas, green deals, orange monkeys, orange men. And it don't matter. They don't run the show. The Matrix lets you talk about them all day long. You can cuss Trump out. You can cuss Obama out. You can make monkey pictures of him. You can make an orange balloon. Is that there? Put that come down there. Did y'all see the monkey balloon? I mean, the orange man balloon. Did y'all see like Trump? He like floating. Where was that? Is that in Europe or something? He's like floating and he's fat. Because they gave him a few pounds. They had a little, he wasn't that big. He getting big now because he relaxing and washing it because now he seems to be doing what they tell him to do. I don't know. I think that all these people have good about them. I think every human being has good about them. And they all do some good. You just can't do enough good to hurt the Matrix. That's my problem. Don't try to convince me they're doing enough good to hurt the Matrix because no one talks about the actual problem. They take money from it. You actually take a path down a significant, and you make significant distance down the path of going after the big boss. Big monkey throw some rocks at you. Silence you. You get censored. You lose your page. You get deleted. You disappear. I mean, you know, and I see Al, Church, they bought back every now and then. This isn't really about them. It's just about people disappear. Because when you actually go after the Matrix will pull you out. You go too hard after it. But try to focus, if you can, on the real bosses. That's what I'm saying. Focus on the real bosses. Don't get too lost in it. Don't get too lost in it. No, the Democrats are not coming in tonight to kill you. They're dumb as the Republicans. They're lost as the Republicans are. They're not the problem. Not the problem. That's what I'm saying. How's everybody doing this morning? Y'all good? No, you meant the nude wax sculpture of Donald Trump. That was placed, oh my gosh, in New York Times Square, was it? Oh my God, that dad. You naughty people. Y'all naughty as the day is long. Anyway, so, but it's fun. I laugh. To me, I enjoy it. I enjoy humor. But don't lose sight of the real problems. Don't get pulled into fighting the baby monkeys. Don't get pulled into fighting the mama monkey. Don't get pulled into fighting things that will never fix or help anything, because the Matrix gives you those red herrings to chase down. The Mueller investigation ain't gonna find nothing. The wall ain't gonna stop nothing. Healthcare will just be modified into another profitable lying scheme. The Green Deal will just make consumerism and colonization and destroying the planet profitable in a different way. Why? Because that's what this Matrix seems to want. It seems to want to destroy the planet. And it owns all the groups to make that happen. And we don't make any progress unless we're honestly going after stopping this Matrix thing that we seem to live in by focusing on the boss. Stop feeding the beast. Exactly, Christine. And that's my point. Stop feeding the beast. The beast has enough food. The beast is big. Stop feeding the Matrix. The Matrix doesn't need you to feed it anymore. It's got enough of my friends and family feeding it every day. Donuts, cacao, soda pop, Twinkies, bagels, and donuts. Enough people are feeding the machine. Don't feed it. Don't hate Trump. Don't love Trump. Don't hate Obama. Don't love Obama. Don't hate May and Merkel. Don't hate these groups or these people, because all you do is make the machine stronger. Focus on the problem. They just want to spend all that money getting you to fight. Like, how much have they spent? They said they spent like a couple, was it tens of millions of dollars with the Mueller investigation. What have they figured out so far? How's that money come? What is your ROI on Mueller? What has he figured out? Church, that Trump is rich and he cheated on his wife. And don't nobody of us know anybody like that. Nobody knew that in 2015. Now we know. Money well spent. Instead of taking that $20 million, which might be fake news, making it up, and spent it testing rape kits all over this planet. They don't want to spend the money on the rape kits. They don't want to spend the money on you. They don't want to do anything to help you. All they want to do is to keep you in conflict, to keep you fighting with the other silly 98% monkeys. Force them to do the right thing. Exactly, Brother Jack. Force them to do the right. And how do we do that? How do we force these guards in the Matrix? How do we force the programmers to do the right thing? What does the Matrix want? Well, Brother Jack, if I had to think about it, I would think that the Matrix wants me to go to work. The Matrix wants me to be a member of the Matrix. The Matrix wants me to put my kids in college. The Matrix wants me to get them to worship money. The Matrix wants me to get them to be okay with greed. The Matrix just wants players, right? What does any video game maker want? They just want you to keep playing. The Matrix wants you to just keep logging on to Twitch, playing your game. That's why it's so powerful to walk away. You don't need to destroy anything. You don't need guns, weapons, knives. You literally just need to walk away. Stop feeding the beast and the beast gets skinny. Stop buying into the drugs, the pharmaceuticals. My goodness, you know what I was looking at yesterday? And I kind of knew it. I think I heard about this a long time ago. I forgot about it. How birth control changes what women are attracted to. How, and I might say it wrong, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, how birth control modifies little girls, young people in the 20s, teens, whatever it is, so that they're more interested from a pheromone perspective in a man that has the immunocompatibility to make a healthier child. They don't like tall, dark, and handsome. They don't like bald. They don't like strong six-pack abba-dabba, but that there's an immune compatibility, and I know I'm gonna say it wrong. One of my smart people can say it, and we'll post a link. You can go look at the research. But that when you're on birth control, it completely makes you attracted to somebody that will make a healthier baby. No. That's it. I said that wrong. Did I say that wrong? I think I might have said it backwards. It modifies what you need, because it convinces your body that, I don't know. All right, I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it because I forgot it. But the bottom line is behind the divorce rate. This is the reason why you're on birth control as a young person. You're doing all the things you're doing, whatever. You meet the guy, fall in love, y'all, whatever. You have kids, whatever. And then you get off the birth control and you're like, who the hell are you? Why are you in my life? I am not attracted to you. I don't like your skin color. I don't like your hair. I don't like nothing about you. I don't know what this fascination is I had with you. It's magically gone because I'm not on birth control anymore. So they're not only behind the big pharma. This is where we're going with this, big pharma. So they're behind this whole divorce rate. They're why children are raised in the most destructive environments the planet has ever seen. I'm sorry, it is the single-parented household, and we've known that statistic for a very long time. Doesn't mean that you're a bad parent as a single parent. I'm a single parent. What it means is the most kids who were involved in drug abuse, incarceration, poverty, abuse, all come out of single homes. Pharmaceutical industry. Imagine that. They just want to sell some drugs. You just want to get some nookie and not have kids. And you end up being with somebody that you don't even like. That because you're on birth control, it screwed up your hormones and how you recognize the pheromones in men. And you're falling for men who you don't even like. How crazy is that? This gets back to Jasmine's earlier comment. Not living your life. Why don't we live our lives as sovereigns? Because in all these different ways, all these industries have found ways to make a lot of money that steals our life from us. Another example. Who you can't criticize. Big Pharma tends to be one of them. But the people, the boss behind all the matrix, just use Big Pharma as a tool. Yeah, and it was research done by. I was out of the UK. It was out of the UK, but it was research, and it actually makes sense. It actually makes sense when I look at things and I process them for plausibility. I look at research. Does it make sense that before we could actually talk, our bodies had ways of determining how we could make a healthier child? Absolutely. If we didn't have ways of doing this, I think we would have went extinct. Before we had verbal language where we could say, "Hey girl, what's your name? Can I have your number? You looking mighty fine in them pumps." You know? Before we could have language, we needed a way. "Ooh, you want to take me out? I don't give it up on the first date." Before we could have language and say things. "Ooh, you kind of carrying that club kind of nice. Come on over here and hit me in the head with it." It makes sense that we had ways of determining who we mated with would make a better child. I mean, even just from a build perspective, right? Because when we look at people, you're going after something. Women tend to gravitate still towards the bad guy, the bad boys, the Jimmy Deans, the thug. Why? Because they appear strong. They appear like a silverback. that throw rocks at the black man when he comes in Disneyland. I feel like I should be suing, so I should probably sue. I didn't get hit by I could lie. I didn't say I didn't get hit yet. I got hit by a rock. It was a big one, stone, hit me in the side of my head. Perhaps. But like I said, I look at things from a plausible perspective, and it actually does make sense. Because every generation, we got to make stronger, healthier children. And if you're focusing on another creature that will boost what you have, then the generation will be stronger in the next generation. So it makes sense. But it's interesting. It's interesting. We don't live our authentic lives because we don't criticize who can't be criticized. So we're all being human farmed. They're taking our lives from us. They're sending us into careers for money, not because we love doing it. Getting us to fall in love with people that we don't even like, can't stand, want to chew your arm off. After 50 years of marriage, you want to wake up in the morning, what the hell am I doing with you? Want to chew your arm off and like slide out the bed and slide out your life because you weren't living your authentic life. You were drugged. You were drugged by school and indoctrination because we aren't criticizing the boss that runs the human farm around this planet. Not enough. That's why I don't post negativity on Trump. And I really don't post much positivity either. I post funny. I just post funny. I pick jokes and I say you shouldn't be killing people. Keep it simple. Keep it about the principalities, not about the people or the parties. Every generation, we are making weaker children. We are, Ivana, and why would they want us to do, or why would they be okay with us doing it? Because I don't think Big Pharma got together in a room like, all right, got an idea. Let's figure out a way to screw with the monkeys. Let's figure out a way to make them weaker and sicker so we can make a bunch of money. I don't think that's what they did. I think like, listen, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. The shaman's doing that. They put it under a microscope with this leaf and that look like that. Kind of look like the compounds, so we'll call it the same compound name that's in that damn plant. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. This is a microscope? What the hell is this? Put it in the beaker, mix this up. Okay, look at it. Oh, we made it. We made it. Let's patent it and sell it. And as a side effect, you're falling for people that you don't like. And then you end up making weaker children the next generation. Like, I don't think they did it on purpose. I think they're dumb. I do. Honestly, I think we're 98% monkeys. We have no idea what we're doing. They don't understand the immune system. Some of the vaccines work half the time, some of the time, few of the times. I don't know how to kill people. I'm all of that because we're dumb 98% monkeys and we like to pretend we know things that we don't. Like Russia colluded with Trump. Like pedophiles are coming over the wall. We like to lie about things like we're not colonizing and killing poor people all over this planet for a resource. Like terrorists actually exist. Like ISIS and ISIL are actually real. They're not made up by the CIA because the Matrix needed them to get you scared about something. And really it's all resource terrorism because we're going to steal what other people have and kill them and their children. We made the terrorists. Manufacturing our world. Oh, Tina, come on. What, hey, anal leakage? I don't even know. Like, why would you even take anything that says anal leakage? I know why, Tina. I know why. Because the commercials. You know the guy, because they had that voice, they get the sexy voice, and you're on birth control. So it makes the voice sound very sexy and calm. If you take Refrubalax, you'll be happy. The women will chase you all over. You'll be able to go out with the guy with the six-pack. And it'll make you happy. You can buy him a nice house, and they showed like the house in the background and the car, and she driving to work, she's smiling. I'm gonna get a good man. And at the end of the commercial, they say in this very melatonin voice, and it might cause cancer, it might cause anal bleeding and some death. Anal leakage might happen on your way to work, and everybody smells funk, and every chair that you leave from, you leave anal oils, and everyone will start to think you stink. But it's okay. It's okay. You'll be happy. And everybody goes for Refluvaflex. Everybody, I gotta get some Refluvaflex, gotta get some Refluvaflex. They don't read it. They don't, because again, not living an authentic life. Not actually thinking about it. We're always being controlled by all of these things. Chemicals and poverty and artificial scarcity and all of this nonsense because we keep yelling at the Democrats. We keep yelling at the liberals. We keep yelling at the neoconservatives. We keep yelling at the Trumps. We keep yelling at the, and just stop. At a certain point in time, you just want the matrix to stop. Focus on the big monkey. The big monkey. Stop trying to feel okay. And most of those drugs anyway, Tina, they're just to make you feel like the matrix is okay. That's all they are. Because you don't actually like the steak. What's that brother's name? Cypher. That's the problem, is you actually don't like the steak. You realize you eat the steak and you're like, oh, ow. This don't taste like other people, they like it. You don't like, you eat like, oh, this tastes like okra. Like, oh. And what do you need? You need alcohol. You need cannabis. You need cigarettes. You need drugs. Anything to make you a little happier. You need sex. So you gotta have Viagra. And that's how they play us. They give you all these artificial highs. So you don't live your authentic life. And you're okay with the matrix. You're okay with this little silly game that you criticize them and all the poor people fight each other and this makes some sense. So I don't waste any time on white nationalists and hate groups. I don't care nothing about that. I don't waste time. I know that they want me to be scared of white people. Why would I be scared of white people? I grew up with white people. And now I don't even think they exist. I don't even think black people exist. Why am I gonna be scared of them? I played kickball with them. We played volleyball. We fell and hurt our knees together. I cheated off the test of them. We grew up as brothers and sisters. Why the hell am I supposed to be fighting with them now? That's stupid. Well, because they hate you and they hate your color. Okay, guess what? I know a lot of black people that hate my color too. I know a lot of black people that hate me too. Why am I fighting them? Well, because they're shooting up New Zealand. Oh, are they? Are they? The white supremacists are shooting up New Zealand? This is happening? Really? And not just one crazy guy? Not like, it's a whole ideology, right? Every last one of them. They all believe what he believes, which is why they're all not doing it. But we gotta fight the hate group. Maybe we focus on where the hate comes from. Maybe we go after the real hate group. Like you turn on the news now, all you see is New Zealand. And I'm not saying that didn't happen. Not saying it's false. I'm saying that my nation stages murders all day long. All day long. Shooting people everywhere, dropping bombs everywhere. Why in the hell does the Matrix want to always put on the white nationalists shooting up a few people instead of my nation bombing, dropping dozens of bombs every single day? How come that ain't in the news? Because it wants me to focus on what ain't the problem. I think there's a lowest common denominating problem. I don't have no math teachers here, do I? Don't come after me. Like, nope, that's not how the lowest common denominator, that's not how that's supposed to work. But the lowest common lie that you'll believe, the lowest common thing that's popular, that's focusing higher up, because we can say, okay, America's bombing everybody. The problem is America. That's the big monkey in the matrix. No, actually it's not. It's just the highest level of the lowest level of what you'll believe is the problem. That's why you want to keep climbing. I don't think you ever get there. But the more they censor you, the more you can't talk about something, the least they talk about it, that's the more you should talk about it. That's why I do opposites with the news. I don't watch any news in my country. I do the complete opposites with my news. I talk to people I'm not supposed to. The first time you tell me who I'm not supposed to talk to, that's who I'm gonna go talk to. I wanna know what's really going on in this world. And I wanna make sure that the next generation is a little freer than our generation. And the only way that happens, if things have to constantly keep moving forward out of the matrix. That's where freedom is. Freedom ain't in this matrix. There's no freedom in this matrix for anybody. The world is a zoo. Only we don't know it. Like that big monkey who thinks human beings are his slaves to feed him and clean his cage. Political parties are there to help you. Governments are there to help you. Why is the state of New York government, why does that even exist? That's bothering me, y'all. I'll be honest with you. That bothers me. That does. But I'm glad I found out about it. Because it clarifies to you that they really don't give a damn. Why in the world is any woman in New York ever paying her taxes? Why would any man in New York that was born by a woman or have a daughter pay her tax? And I want to know out of that 42,000, rape kit tests that you don't test. Out of all of that, how many were little girls? Like, I'm not gonna say that there's lesser rape or whatever rape, but there is definitely, if someone gets violated that way, they get abused. It affects us differently if you think about it as like a 14-year-old kid. Why is New York even still a place? Why are people not in the streets? Well, because the Republicans are the problem. That's why. It's the Republicans, not the fact that we actually aren't in control of our government. Insanity to me. Insanity. I didn't even do the news today. I didn't even get into the news. Well, we can just do comments. I don't know if there was anything that was that exciting. New Zealand, Venezuela, colonization. Here, this is what you should be worried about. From a Russian perspective and from a China perspective, I was in China news this morning, in Russian news. Rape kit scenario in New York has played the same way in Portland for years now. That's what I'm hearing, Beaufont. They're saying it's all over. It's not just New York. I'm mad at New York because that's supposed to be the liberal foothold where we uphold the law and we take care of people. And plus it pisses me off because I think about little kids like Khalid Browder who committed suicide. All the resources we put into police going after these children, throwing them in prison because they got dry plants, or even in his case, because somebody lied. Said he stole a book bag that he didn't steal. He ended up dead over a stupid lie about a book bag. But the resources, the police resources, not going after rape, are going after poor kids on the street. Why? Well, social economics. It's not racism. No, it's not. It's social economics. They go after the poorest person, the poorest group of people who can't defend themselves. That's why in the trailer park, if you got a mullet and a gun rack, and you got your bumper falling off, and you got a half a flat tire, the police are coming to your door, and you know that. Same reason they go to the poor doors in the hood. And it's not because the police hate mullets and they hate black people, it's just because they look at you, they profile you, you won't be able to defend yourself. Their job is based on following the law and putting people in prison that your politicians that you love, that you got bumper stickers for, and you cheer and post on social media all day. The laws they write, the police now have a business of capturing you. That's how it works. It's the system, it's the matrix, and it's how it's all designed to work. They lie so much, Tina. Who knows the real truth? I don't think we'll ever know the real truth, Lori. I don't think so. I think all we can do is just focus on the liars. I don't pretend I really know what's true. I just look and say, that's a lie. That's a lie. That group always lied. The government's lying. The Democrats always lie. The Republicans are lying. The news is lying. This is lying. So I just look at, like, I know that y'all are liars. Y'all work for the matrix for the most part. I can't trust what comes out your mouth. I listen to whistleblowers. I listen to things I haven't heard before. I go to people I haven't heard before. I think about what's plausible. Good morning, brother Kevin. The fact that you see the matrix is proof positive this problem can be eradicated. Ooh, go on, Kevin. Go on. That's a deep red brother right there. You're right. You're right. The fact that we even know the matrix exists, that we're lied into our lives, we're lied into races, we're lied into religions, we're lied into nationalism, we're lied into political parties. The fact that we can even see that is proof positive we can end it. We actually can bring freedom back to this planet. We actually can have liberty and justice and equality for all, and rape kits that actually get tested. I'm so pissed off with that nonsense. I'm gonna try to get past it. We start by doing the right thing ourselves. Absolutely, Kevin. And every solution is in the mirror. What do we do? I was on the Ron Paul podcast listening to us, watching the comments. Well, what do we do? Everybody's worried. So I don't know what you're going to do. I hope you figure out what you're going to do. I know what I'm going to do. I listen to my ancestors. I listen to my grandmama and my grandpapa. I kind of listened to my parents. They were a little gaslit. They started believing in indoctrination. TV and radio started getting really good around them. That Eddie Bernays propaganda really started getting into them. I'm going to grow some food. Make sure I got a land. I can take care of myself. I'm going to stop following with liars. I'm going to stop believing this least of the evil bull. There's no least of the evil when it comes to murder. There's no least of the evil when it comes to war. There's no least of the evil when it comes to any political parties I've ever seen. I don't see no least of evil. I just see political. I see people who want to join a system that's based in murder. They want to join a system of the matrix. I'm all about free the people, free the planet. That's not your agenda. Then why in the hell am I going to vote for you? Why at all should I choose the least or the best part of slavery? The best part of the plantation where we get a little more shade in the cotton field than the other people. No, I don't want none of that. I want none of that. So it's all in the mirror. Absolutely agree. We defeat the matrix by looking in the mirror and evolve beyond our lowest common instincts. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because you know what? Because our instincts are used against us. Same way the pharmaceutical company used birth control against women. It's used against us. You know, you got a menstrual cycle that isn't doing your lifestyle right. First of all, you shouldn't be at work anyway. You need to be living your life. Not for no big corporation. But second of all, they pull you into that. And so instead of like tweaking or fixing birth control, instead of looking at the because aren't there natural holistic ways of regulating? I know there are. I don't know what they are. I haven't had that problem in a little bit. I'm 44 years old. I hadn't had that problem yet. If it happens, I'm gonna look into it. But there are holistic ways of doing that too, of regulating it, right? There are women who have what is it called when you have low iron? Anemic, right? And so they take birth control because they have anemia. Instead of big pharma focusing on actually solving problems, they're just focused on the money. And this is why I'm saying, like, I don't hate big pharma. I just know big pharma ain't actually the problem. They're just one of the problems. It's that lowest level that you're not allowed to talk about. So you mention vaccines, they shut you off. And that's what they're going to start, delisting videos that talk about them, right? Because we actually can fix big pharma if we focus on the actual problem. Why in the hell aren't they making natural medicines and holistic cures if they're healers and they're to help women who would die of anemia, who are anemic? How about we help the divorce rate? Like, to me, I think everybody could probably sue big pharma. Why? Because you now have children, a generation of children, mostly raised in single-parent households, because their mother and father shouldn't have actually been together. They hate each other. They hate each other. Oh, goodness. Some of y'all hate each other. Y'all do. And then they make business arrangements later in marriage, like, well, we done been together so long, we're going to stay together for the kids. And they can't stand each other. He's out cheating and drinking, trying to deal with a false life, and she's running around with Tyrone or Bob from the office, CEO, whatever, and it never works. You show your kids how hateful a marriage can be. To me, that's lawsuit. That's drenched in lawsuit. That was a side effect that you didn't look. Did you look at the side of your did you look at the side of the birth control on the side of what are side effects? Let me see, anal bleeding, anal leakage, cancer, death, divorce, kids raised in single-parent home, husband running around cheating on you, no attraction to husband, kids that are most statistically most likely to be prostitutes and on drugs and run away from home and all the statistics. Does that say that on the side of your birth control? Anybody read the side of it? But you got to criticize those you can't criticize. You got to criticize that. That's all we can do. Because we don't never know what's true. Just keep criticizing what you can't. Keep posting on what you can. Yeah, it'll probably get shut down after a while, but then you got to find a way to dance and post on other things too. Post a bunny or kitten or something every now and then. Post something funny and then go back and just nail the truth. And they can't get everybody. Can't get everybody. So there's so many things that we fail at, right? And then the excuses we can make for the chemicals and the drug companies. Well, they're doing the best that they can. Are they? They're doing the best that they can. They're making drugs to elongate penises. That's we have people dying because they have the research, the equipment, the scientists, and all the money that they've stolen from every generation, going back 2 or 3 generations, of lying to us, selling snake oil that are toxic. And instead of putting that into looking at strokes, looking at the effects of sugar, they're just making more toxic drugs to give to people. So it can be fixed, but we've been convinced that, oh, well, they're doing the best that they can. No, you can break the pharmaceuticals industry's greed. Get rid of the patents and see what'll happen. It's actually all you got to do. Get rid of the patents. Active 2020, 2019. 2020, I guess, because our government don't move fast, they move slow. They're the slow turtle in the race. They're the slowest. Anyway. Active 2020, no more pharmaceutical patents on anything ever. Ever. You got to keep letting them make money on, I guess, what they already made. It's killing people, but if you want to keep them as an industry, and guess what the pharmaceutical company will immediately, like overnight, the minute they smell you're going to write that legislation and sign it, they can't have patents anymore, they're going to be whining and dining shaman all over this planet. They're going to be whining and dining. People who live in survival communities and off-grid who got the natural treatments. And then they'll start focusing on healing again, because that's the only way they'll stay as an industry, by actually healing people, not selling them drugs. So you can fix all the problems, but you got to stay focused on, there's always a simple solution. Always a simple solution. This is why enlightenment, coming to grips with our capacity to lie, towards elves, are additional to a scripted avatar sociology, is essential. Daggum, I can hardly see it. It's essential for survival. This isn't simply the Burning Man, a Burning Man moment to post on Instagram. Yeah, okay, I'm getting the gist of it. I can't read all of it. To combat an unreal world, we have to take responsibility for our own realness. Absolutely. So if we're going with that Burning Man, that's the hippie festival. That's it. That's the hippie festival. All the hippies get together, they burn some effigies and stuff, and every now and then somebody eat too many shrooms or something, they run into the fire or something, and that happens. Post it on Instagram. You got to take it beyond that and realize that we are all avatars. Every last one of us are avatars. Even those of us who are doing things that we like-ish, we're still born into a false world. We're still born into a false reality, and we're given these false avatars, and we begin to live our life based in an avatar. There's nothing you can do about that yet. Good example. Like we were talking about race the other day. Race doesn't exist. It's a complete construct. And as much as I know race doesn't exist, the majority of people in my country will still treat me based on how they perceive me. I still have my avatar no matter what I do. You can't get rid of your avatar, and other people still believe in the Matrix, and we're still in the Matrix. So as much as you can get more attached to living outside of that, and you can treat other people as equals no matter what their skin color, their race, what they look like, their gender, their preference, and you treat them like you are just equals and you love them to death. The reality is you still are trapped in that avatar from a how society's going to treat your perspective, but also there's all different layers that you still have in you that you haven't gotten out of. Why are you always talking about women? Why are you always talking about rape and that? Well, because again, I'm trying to more and more see things from another perspective. It's not just race and religion, it's gender, it's all across the board. Why are you always talking about the poor white children in the trailer parks? But to be honest with you, because all I see is a lot of my friends who you call white posting about poor black kids. So I'm using my avatar best I can against the Matrix, where I can. When people you perceive as black are standing up for poor white children, and people you perceive as white are standing up for poor black children, and people you perceive as Russian are standing up for Americans, and people you see as American are standing up for Russians, when people you perceive as Palestinian are standing up for Jews in Israel, when people in Israel are standing up for people in Palestine, do you know what happens? The Matrix collapses. It means you stop playing. This is what somebody had posted earlier. I forgot who posted it. How do you end the Matrix? You stop playing the game. You stop acting like you are the avatar you were born as. You stop doing what they want you to do. You stop acting how the script that they gave you at birth, and you start doing what's right. And you speak more on the things that you can't criticize. They want you to yell about Trump, don't yell about Trump. They want you to fight the Republicans, don't fight the Republicans. They want you to fight the Democrats, don't fight them, talk to them. They want you to fight the liberals, they want you to fight the conservatives, go talk to them. Find out they put their pants on one leg at a time. Find out they have the same fears you do. Now, they might have different ideologies and different ideas because they were born in a different avatar and they were given a different culture. So, of course, their solutions are going to be different. Doesn't mean they're evil. Doesn't mean they're bad. Doesn't mean they're robot, Nazi, Russian, bots. Doesn't mean none of that. It means you're stupid. It means you were born in an avatar and you believe the bullshizzle, but I don't believe it anymore. Like a lot of my friends just don't believe it anymore. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Right now, you're not letting the Matrix win. Well, Tamara, I don't know. I hope, you know what, that makes me feel good. I see stuff like that. Yeah, fight the Matrix. But it's like, hang on, wait a minute. If I was really making progress fighting the Matrix, I would not be on here. That's how I know that I got learning to do. The Matrix is okay with me because I'm still talking. And that could be because my audience isn't that big, or it could be because like, nah, he kind of close. It's like trying to shoot a bullseye with the arrow. Like I'm shooting in the right direction. I ain't hit no till he ain't hit the target. The Matrix, no, we still love Gerard. We love him to death. The Silverback's still happy with me. I'm still here. You know when I got it figured out is when they kill me. That's when I'm no longer serving the Matrix in any capacity. That's when you die. When you become a JFK, that's when they kill you. When you become a Martin Luther King, that's when they kill you. When you become a Gandhi, I think that a lot of those guys figured it out. When you become that, that's when they take you out. Oh, what's the lady's name? I mentioned a few guys. I got to mention my favorite, absolute phenomenal favorite activist. I forgot her name though. What happens when you get older. She was the author who wrote that book about the disaster in Nanking. I can't really go into. I get too emotional when I talk about Nanking. This the time where I don't even want to go. The biggest genocide this planet's ever seen. When you figure it out, because her point was it wasn't against Japan who actually did it to that city, Nanking in China. Her point was it was the whole psychopathy behind it, right? That any country could be a Japan, and any country could do the biggest mass rape and mass genocide ever if they're put in the right position. Because that's how the Matrix works. The Matrix gets you to focus on the avatar of Japan, the avatar of America, the avatar of Germany, the avatar of a race, the avatar of a religion, the avatar of a model of government, capitalism, socialism, and not the basis of why the Matrix actually exists. It exists to take your lives from you. It exists to make you a battery. It exists to make you a cog, feeding it so it can continue to grow. And there are different matrices inside the matrices. And if we're going to evolve, and maybe this is what evolution might be in our current stage, is you just keep moving towards freedom. Keep moving towards freedom. Keep trying to free yourself, free your kids, free your neighbors and everybody around you. Keep moving forward. Don't play with the Matrix and don't play in the Matrix. Get outside of it. Question everything. Like the Sister Tamara just posted. Question everything. You know, I'm my greatest critic. I criticize myself all the daggone time. I think because I got so many people around me that love me. Maybe that's what it is. There are a couple people who like to beat up on me, don't get me wrong, but I think when you're surrounded by a lot of love, you actually can criticize yourself because you don't have everybody beating yourself up. Try it. Try it out for a minute. Like you criticize your wife a lot, criticize your kids a lot, criticize your husband a lot. Try it, like do a social experiment and just start saying very positive things about them all the time. And I think they're going to become their worst critic as well because they won't feel the need to defend themselves all the time. They're feeling comfortable. And in comfort, we become what we're supposed to become. That's why love is not a cliche. Love is really the answer. Love is real. That's when human beings go back to being what they're supposed to be and not what you made them, because you showed them that you don't care as much for them as they do for themselves. We went a couple deep places today, y'all. Y'all, this was a voyage today. I might have to rewatch this. Read the comments. Y'all that took me into a really, that's kind of deep. Every now and then, damn it. Between Jack and Tamara and Lori and Brenda and all these comments, both fine. Like, it all just forms into this amazing thought. And that's the power of just talking. It's me, well, I can't say positive things about my husband. He always breaking things. Yeah, okay, but did anything go better when he broke it? You don't have to. He knows he broke it. The dishwasher, it don't work. He ain't washing dishes. He knows he didn't fix it. He doesn't need you to remind him of what he already knows. But you know what? Oh, honey, it almost worked that time. You did good. What, you been reading books? You been watching YouTube videos? The dishwasher worked for almost 5 seconds. Damn it, look at this cup. I don't even have to scrub it too hard. It look kind of clean. Honey, you did a good job. Let me give you some. Say, find the positive thing. Stop attacking. You don't have to attack. You don't criticize. Sure, it makes you feel better sometimes, but it makes the whole world worse. All right. Whew. Oh, that felt good. All of that because the damn monkey was throwing some rocks at me. Always criticize who you need to, and Brother Jack sent me that video. Tucker Carlson, dang it, I got a splinter, I got to deal with this. I got to deal, I didn't had this thing on, I got it yesterday. It's cutting up pallets, working on the garden. You know what, this is actually a good example why. Part of why I always show, I try to show people love as much as I can. Because deep down, I'm gonna tell you, deep down, I'll be honest with y'all. I'm totally honest with you. Thank my mother and my father. Thank them. Because if it were not for them, I might be robbing you. I'm gonna be honest with you. Be flat out honest with you. Deep down, I know the monster that's in me. It's a monster in me. I seen him. A couple people know me, seen him every now and then. When I get upset, oh, Lord have mercy. I don't feel no pain. Like right now, I'm crying about I can't sleep at night. It didn't feel good. Yeah, I know, because I ain't mad. That's why I don't like to get mad. That's why I show love. And I just try to care for people. Because when you show it, people show you love back. But deep down, we got a way of turning off them pain receptors. And I know me. When I get upset, boy, them pain receptors go off. And whatever that mission is, it's going to get accomplished. But they showed me love. And so what I have, whatever that feature is, it's not to be used against poor people. It's not to be used against other people who are given an avatar by the Matrix. It's not to be used against women. The aggression and strength we have, the monsters we have deep down, the ability to turn off those pain receptors, it was for fighting grizzly bears coming from the tribe. Why? Because it was only 4 of you. And that damn short-faced bear, 20 feet tall. You can't get scratched. And stop fighting. You had to get back up. The bear, otherwise the bear could just have some splinters and some pallets. Just use some splinters. 1, 2, 3, 4. All the humans done. Hey, we got splinters. And we start running away, and the grizzly bear eat the brown-faced bear, eat the kids. No, we can turn our pain receptors off. We can fight. But our fight isn't for our family. Our fight isn't against our children. Our fight, even if it's intellectual, it's not just physical, but it's intellectual. Women. A lot of women friends, highly intelligent. Y'all still, I think they're still mostly smarter than us, mostly on average. Because our brains are designed for little different things, using that aggression to demasculate them. That's a superpower you have that's not supposed to be used against your family. Like a male strength is not supposed to be used against women. But when you have enough love in you, you start to see that, and you realize that we are one, and we are here to support each other. that our strength, our aggression, our intellectual, whatever you have, it's used to go after those who are running the matrix, the ones who are running the world, the ones who are keeping us in our artificially scarce setup, the ones that are keeping poverty prolific, the ones that are keeping starvation prolific, the ones that are keeping war prolific, the ones that are keeping genocide prolific. All your aggression, your intellect, your strength, all of your power is wasted attacking a Donald Trump. It's wasted attacking a Barack Obama. Wasted attacking a Jewish community. Wasted attacking a Palestinian. Wasted attacking Republicans. Completely wasted. You are a complete participant in the matrix when you utilize your powers and your gifts against other people who are lost in the same silverbacks scarce system of a world. That's what I'm saying. I gotta get the splinter out. This hurt. This damn thing gonna have to go. You see that right there? Oh, yeah. I don't like it. All right, let me read some comments. I'm gonna get out of here. Whew. Ow, dang it, that thing hurt. Make me mad, I won't feel it. But right now, we ain't in no revolution right now. Ain't no grizzly bears coming. Ain't no moose in the yard. Right now, I'm on a damn live stream, and I'm trying to hold my coffee, and this splinter bothering me, man. You got to give me a needle. Get this thing out of here. Do what you can right now. Yes, Tina, everybody, do what you can. But also, it means you're not gonna make a lot of friends doing it and saying it, because most people around you have their avatars on lock. They got that mask on, they got the costume, they got their avatars, they're wearing them hard. And they're gonna come after you because you're gonna be breaking up their matrix, and they like the stake. They like their birth control. They're okay with 42,000 rape kits not being tested in the state of New York. And you add in Vermont and all these other places people are mentioning, North Carolina, millions of people been hurt. And millions are still running around doing the hurt. All right, whew. That feels better. That feels better. I'm almost ready to do my day. I got a lot of work to do today. Right, you're not letting a matrix win. Yeah, I'm not gonna let him win. That's what I'm doing, Tamara. I don't know that I'm fighting it that hard, but I'm everywhere I see, everywhere somebody sees some matrix, they're like, hey, you got some matrix on your lip right there. Like Jasmine did yesterday. Jasmine did yesterday. It's like, you got some matrix right there. People not supposed to take holidays, Gerard. They're not supposed to take holidays. If they got to take a holiday from their life, they're not actually living their own authentic life. I had a little matrix right here, and she's like, hey, get that matrix right there. You get that. Because we eat the matrix all day. Look them square in the eyes. If they will let me. That's all you can do, Brenda. Look them square in the eye. Square off. That's what we used to do as kids. Square off with them. And be serious and be real. Square off with the ones that you cannot criticize. Unless it's a silverback and you're in Walt Disney World. If you're a silverback, if that's a silverback, you're in Walt Disney World, they're there with your new young wife and the gorilla, the monkey throwing rocks at you, just walk away. Don't get he in the Matrix too. That was just an analogy and an example. Don't square up against no silverback. Square off against the ones who are really doing the world harm. Most solutions are merely a clamshell game. Switch from one avatar to fresh and new avatar. Right, Beaufont. Yes, always. I gotta take time reading your stuff because it's like some people, his brains do stuff and they connect dots, and you sometimes gotta think. He's one of them brothers that think real deep. Absolutely. And that's what they'll do is they'll say, take off one avatar, put on another avatar. It's like, no, you're not supposed to do that. So yeah, I said something positive about a lot of my white friends. Join the dark side. They're fighting. What is that thing y'all got scared? Y'all let black people make scales for you. Like, you're an ally, but you're an ally level 2. You have to come to 8 protests and you'll be ally level 3. And then you get your secret decoder pin and we'll take you to the secret black meetings. That's the dumbest thing I'd ever. I'm sorry. I say your allyship. I'm just take that, do like this, throw that in the trash. And You know, the white folk that just join the dark side. Don't join no dark side. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't take one avatar off, put another. They all dumb. Don't. But you understand, it's just to save yourself. You know what? Most of my life, I've been standing up for this type of people. I've been doing injustice to that type of people. So I'm going to keep standing up for this type of people. But now I'm also going to stand up for this type of people too. That's how you fight to me. Go that direction. Don't take one avatar off, put on another. Don't do that because they call you names. They got that name. They call you Wigger and all. They used to call that growing up. All right, I didn't laugh. Hey, I'm going to tell you right now, in terms of race, like I said, race is a rearing. It is not a color. It's not attached to DNA. It's a rearing. I done grew up with some white boys. And, oh my goodness. They are blacker than any black boy I done met. I'm gonna tell you, the race was just a name given to it by kings and government to create races to get you to be stupid. If you ever, like, who said it? Dave Chappelle said that, and I experienced this growing up. I experienced this, trust me. If you ever seen a white dude walking with a bunch of black dudes and you in DC, if you ever see a white chick walking, and this is just skin color, not race, it's stupid. White chick walking with a bunch of black chicks in DC, you don't never know what they done did to get the respect of them people. That's all I'ma say. They open up that door, it's because they's authentic, that race. Whatever that color is, they's authentic. They done did something to get in that gang. They done did something to get in that group. That's the last person, that's one of the silverbacks in that group you want to leave alone. I'ma tell you, you want to leave them alone? We grew up that way. It was that way. You always had that one white brother with them black dudes. You get this, like, nah, I'm gonna fight the big 6'4" black dude. I'm gonna fight him. I'm gonna lose. But the crazy white, I don't know what he probably got that switchblade, take that thing out, y'all. I remember that. That's the crazy. All right, anyway. Let me get out of here. Let me see. You need a little finesse. You need a little finessed ego. Yeah, well, the egos are what allow people to keep that avatar on. When you finesse that ego, turn on the news, they finesse that ego, they get you to do things. That's how people keep their avatars on. They make it more comfy. Look into flat Earth. We aren't a planet. Also, Jesus Christ is Lord and the Bible's the way. Okay, thank you, Brother David. I don't agree, but thank you. Appreciate it. I listen to what everybody says. Again, flat Earth, I totally agree. NASA been lying their butt off. Why? Because they're part of the Matrix. They're doing what they're supposed to do. Money makes the world go round, not space agencies that go to the moon and tell you the truth. They lied about all of it. I just disagree on what they lied about. But is it possible? Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. I just don't believe the Earth is flat. I think the Earth is pretty round. I think that secret is an immense one. I know, and then the debate for that is, well, you say too many people can't keep the secret, then why kids believe in Santa Claus? I know. I know, because it's a worldwide conspiracy. Parents want to convince their children Santa Claus is real. I get that. I don't believe the Earth is flat. But I stand in solidarity with you, brother. I stand in solidarity with you. Absolutely. You and Flat Earth are more on my side in terms of bringing down the lies of the world more than anybody else, more than any government, more than any political party or any of that nonsense. Why? Because you want to know the truth and I want to know the truth. The only difference is we disagree on what we think that truth might be at the end of the rainbow. I just don't think it's flat. That's all I'm saying. And in terms of Jesus Christ, yes, he was a real person. I think he was influenced by, if you ever watched the movie K-Pax, that's what I think he actually was. That's what I think he was. Because that actually fits with most of the scriptures. And in terms of the Bible being true, yeah, this is where we get in trouble. This is where we're going to get into a little trouble there. The Bible is a book, and it's a great historical book. Everybody should read all the scriptures. Lots of awesome, amazing truth of what man wrote down, of what the aliens told them to do to get the dumb monkeys on the planet to stop fighting and killing and murdering and coveting and doing all the dumb things that was ruining everything. But I don't think it's holy. There are too many versions. There are 8,000 different versions, and they've all been modified. They've all been changed slightly. Most of them by King James. You can go back to the Vulgate And this was the subjugant, I forgot the name of the Bible, the two original texts. And then they broke them down and translated them with two different schools of knowledges, create the 8,000 different holy Bibles. And I don't think they're all individually holy. I think they've all been modified by men. But King James was one route. And I think that was the Vulgate, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody had corrected. The whole point is that it went the route that the kings modified it. And because if you actually read the scripture tells you that you're not supposed to modify it, that you're not supposed to change any of those scriptures, because Abraham, when he found the Sumerian text, he wrote them down the best that he could. And he probably got some things wrong. Every time copies isn't going to end up in something holy. Copy is going to end up in man's copy and its best idea. So when I look at the Bible, I relate it to all scriptures and all things that have been taught, right? 10 Commandments, pretty solid. Most of them smack on. But when I look at the church and the people who call the Bible holy, which is how I was raised, and I still affiliate because I believe Christ was real, I just don't believe everything most people believe. When I look at most people who say the Bible is holy, they can't even get 5 of the commandments right. Some of them can't even get 2 of them right. So for me, it's a thing of integrity too. It's a thing of, do you really believe the things that you say? And I actually find more of my atheist friends follow more of the commandments than most of the people in the churches do. And that's a scary thought. But it's a real one. It's a real one, and I think it's a picture that Christ approves of. Right? That we love each other for being in each other. You don't love each other because they're Christian. You don't love each other because they believe the Bible's holy. You don't love each other because they believe flat earth, or don't believe it, whatever, because they're an American or not. You don't love people for any of the avatars. You just understand that something happened on this planet thousands of years ago, and everyone's got their own theories of what's at the end of that rainbow. And I just think all those theories are probably wrong, but the message is solid. And the message was always, don't fight each other, don't kill each other, respect each other, defend each other. You have free will. You shouldn't have a government writing 500,000 laws to force you to do the things that big corporations want. Say the things that are truthful. There is no United States of America. It's United States Corporation. It's owned by 12 families. Oligarchs. All the politicians work for those 12 families. You're not cheering a flag. There's no patriotism or nationalism. It's just a family's crest that was handed down, and now it's in the form of a flag. It's all about oppression and keeping you from having free will. They put in God, they trust on the money, and they hate God passionately because they are a psychopathic family of bankers doing everything that Christ hated. Anyway, that was a long one. Gerard in the garden, all sweaty, smelly, dirt. There you go, ladies, inspiration. That's how it goes, Tina. It's warming up. It's springtime. I'm outside every day right now. First, I got to deal with this I got to deal with this, and I got to get my drill. I'm breaking some pallets up. I got to put water put up. I got some other things I'm doing. I believe in recycle, reuse. I don't like to talk about it, not be about it. Yes, I grab all the pallets I can, and I build things with them. That's a good job, too, by the way. There's a good job where you don't hurt anybody. You don't murder anybody. They don't take loans from banks that write you a paycheck. Banks that are killing the planet. Just take pallet furniture, make pallet furniture. You know the awesome things you could do with pallets? Have you seen some of the pallets? Make garden furniture from pallets. I don't know, build a house, make dog houses from pallets. You can do a lot of things to earn money to survive that aren't based in corporations and banks. Damn it, go on Twitch, follow your dream, play some video games. Make $22,000 in a month on Twitch. You go do that, you know, but that way at least you're not an accountant, banker, or I don't know, something else that's destroying the planet. Be your authentic you, chase your dreams, love life, that's what you gotta do. Put aloe on your bandage. It'll work out. No, Allison, aloe, yes, it's for after, not now. First, it's got to get out. This in my body. It's not supposed to be there. That is, you know, see that right there? That's a needle. That's a needle. Not supposed. It's like a booster shot. It's like a forced vaccine. It's not supposed to be in my body. That's got to come out first, and then the aloe. But I use aloe for burns and mosquito bites. Use some Elmer's glue. I heard about that, Yasmin, if it's not in there. My father taught me another method. It's called needle. Get a safety pin, get it real hot, and then just start picking the skin out till you can get down to the needle thing, and then you pull it out. That's what I'm probably gonna do. Make a poultice and put it on your splinter. It'll draw it out painlessly. Yeah, Dale, now that's what I would do if I can't get it. This one I think I can get. I don't think this one is wood. I think this is like a piece of metal. When you're breaking pallets up, all kind of little pieces of metal in there, shards and stuff. The other thing you got to be careful of too is your pallets. Some of the pallets are international. See, we got this ridiculous retarded thing called a government, and they like to write laws just to be dumb and make sure small businesses never get off the ground. They like to over-regulate things and pretend that they actually have the authority to do things that they do that are unconstitutional. They put pesticides on the pallets. Because we don't want any bugs coming here from another country. It might destroy the crops here, and they're like, it's a real thing. Japanese beetles eating stuff probably came in on a pallet. And so you're going to put a carcinogen all over this wood that we ship all over, put it in the ground, and murder a bunch of stuff with it, and give me cancer because I got a needle from the daggone pallet. No, stupid. To me, it's stupid. Why? Because you have something called wind. You have something called ships. You got something called people. And guess what? They carry things called luggage. And guess what bugs do? They like ships, they like people, they like luggage, and they like to go on voyages. You're not going to stop that by, oh, because we don't want the worm burrower of the... Nah, listen, I saw something mess me up. All animals figure this thing out. All bacteria figure this thing out. No matter how much you think that you're defending nature, nature does its own defense a lot better than what you do. Japanese beetle that's destroying trees in the United States, eventually something's gonna eat that Japanese beetle. It's gonna be homeless people or something. All the people y'all starving, they're like, oh, this is delicious, damn it. They're gonna make a soup. The people that y'all are starving and getting robots that chase people off the streets. Which reminds me of something. I do want to show you something. Speaking of homeless people, eating Japanese beetles, there's always something sustainable gonna come along. Squirrels will learn how to eat it, shake a little something on it. All the people you're starving and killing, something will eat the Japanese beetle. So don't put pesticides on pallets. It's something I did want to show you. Speaking of robots and us all gonna die. We're all gonna die, but the funny thing is they get us to kill each other. And they know how to do it. Hang on, uh-oh, we got the music. Always got the music. Always music. Because you put music to stuff, makes the avatars get into it a little more. There we go. Check this out. The drone contest. They got the kids. They got the kids called the drone clash. Hey, let me make my big avatar a little smaller. I got this big old head. Hold on. Shrink this. It's the drone contest. It's not that we all gonna die. It's that they actually, it's fun. It's not fun if the elites just kill us. It's fun if they get us to kill ourselves. The drone contest. Get software developers and engineers to make the drones that they're gonna get a defense contract to go turn around and kill all us later. They're having drone swarm battles. This is how you're gonna die. We have no idea what the hell is going on. We have no idea, but we're, oh baby, you should go to MIT and get a degree and get in that drone contest. And that's how you get a military industrial complex contract to make drones that'll be later used to go murder people and colonize. And that's a good idea. It's a good idea. So it's not that we all gonna die. We actually, it's funner for the Matrix to get us to kill. That's a good example. It's a good example of us killing ourselves and being okay with killing each other. Craziness. Craziness. I don't know how we got to that one. Love, love, love. Yes, sure, that's all that matters. It's not cliche, it's what we need to do. It's how you fix things. You know, why act like he don't care? Well, like who said it was the Dalai Lama talking about being kind to people? You always got to be kind to people. Why you want to be kind to? But they had an attitude. They approached me. They was angry. Well, you know, they probably were angry for a reason. Be kind to them. Because the funny thing is, when you actually are kind to people and you show them that you care, they actually act like they care. It's the craziest thing. Crazy concept. Show people you care and they act like they care. But he was aggressive and mean and said bad things. Well, you know what? Maybe you just need to be happy that you have kind privilege. You actually have the ability to be kind to some people are angry because they got a lot of stuff going on. They just need you to act like you care. We defeat the matrix by looking into the mirror and evolve beyond the lowest common instincts. I think I already read that, brother Kevin. Read it again. That's okay. You can read it. You can keep reading Kevin quote twice. Kevin don't play. I got a splinter in my matrix. I have no idea what that means, Tina. You're scaring me. I'm not sure. I have a lot of work today in my garden. Excited that spring is springing. Yes, heaven. And it's going to spring immune systems. It's going to spring health and strength. Allow you to stand up to the avatars. Give you that sense of joy and happiness so you can deal with this nonsense. OMG, I have been good at this. I've been good at this, then fell onto it. Played into the divisionist plot. Yes, you did, Leslie Eubanks. We all do, and we all did, and we all fall back. And we all fall back. We all fall back. We all, what's the scripture talking about backsliding? We all backslide. Because that's the power of the matrix. That's why we need each other. We got to pull each other back. Like I posted the other day. I love my Facebook friends. I love them to death. I love them to death. Because they love me too much to let me lie. That's why. They love me too much to let me backslide, fall back into division and fighting each other. It's all about love and looking out for each other. And that's the real friends you want. The friends that be honest with you, Leslie. Honest, girl. Come out the house like, Leslie, we ain't going to the club, girl. How much of that perfume did you put on, girl? No, girl. They start making them faces, man. Why do kids have all these new faces and sayings and stuff? They'll be honest with you, like, no, you need to go back in that house. You need to wash some of that perfume off. They won't like be fake with you, like, oh, you smell great, girl. Come on out here. You smell like Democrat and Republican. Come on, girl, let's go to the party. And they like hold their nose half the time when you're not looking. They're like holding their nose, not talking to you. No, you want people to be honest with you. But you have to pull each other back. You got to be honest with you. People who love you, people who care about you, they're honest with you. Everybody else will just tell you what the matrix wants you to hear. Run from people who tell you what you want to hear. Cling to people that are honest with you. You know, and it also is about being honest with love. Like, you gotta be honest with people with real love. Like, you really have to care. Actually, I shaved my head this morning. I know nobody here loved me. I shaved my head. I think I missed a spot. And nobody told me that, like, Gerard, you gotta tuft the hair over here. I raised in my head and I missed a spot. You want people like, oh, no, nah, damn it, you look like a damn... what was his name? Sherman Helmsley? You look like one of the Jeffersons. You look like Jefferson's son. Is that hair grow here? It won't grow here. So hair challenge. People be honest with you. That's what you want. Gotta pull you back. Life has no real days off. Yes, that's the quote. Thank you, Jasmine. Life has no days off. If you're really living your life, you don't need a day off. If you need a day off, you're broken. Something is wrong. You got on somebody else's avatar. You was born and the black people gave you an avatar. You were born and some white people gave you an avatar. You were born and some rednecks. You were born and some Russians gave you got an avatar on. The Democrats gave you an avatar. The Republicans gave you one. If you need a break, something is wrong. You need a break from that nonsense. That's what it is. Live your authentic life. Are you talking about secret societies when you mentioned dark side? No, at that time, Wanda, I was talking about dark skin, but it applies. It still applies. It could be secret societies. JFK told us about that. Told us about the secret societies that run this damn world that everybody gets, all the governments are beholden to, because we still believe in this idea of secrecy. By the CIA is out destroying countries. while New York can like mask the fact that they won't test all the damn rape kits like they got invaded by the CIA. Like that, nobody talks. I don't see nobody there written all talking about it. I try to get people talking about it. Y'all supposed to be posting comments about it, get people talking about it so the news will talk about it. New York City acting like they got invaded by the CIA like they're Honduras. Like, oh, we got invaded by the CIA. We now magically can't investigate rape. We just can't do it. No, well, we can go steal your children, put them in prison, the poor kids, but no, we can't investigate anything. No, can't do that. Going to study the mongoose today. Going to study the mongoose? Come on, Brenda, you post on that. I like happy nature posts. Show me something in nature. Learn something about the mongoose that relates to today in the Matrix and how to fix problems. We used to always observe nature, but we never did. But we stopped. We don't observe nature no more to solve problems. Now we turn on the TV and let lying politicians tell us how to solve problems. The most dumbest, ridiculous thing I've ever heard of. Yeah, it's called a butterfly knife. That's what it is, Bo. The butterfly knife. We used to have those as kids. We wasn't safe kids. We had a bunch of. I stabbed myself a bunch of times. Take that sucker. Ow! Yeah, mom. You know, but your mom come. You know what I'm saying? You tell your father like, Dad, I cut myself. Mom come in because your mama take that butterfly knife. Hell no. What was you doing? Oh, my brother did it. Now quickly we turn on each other like my brother did it. You know, the kids nowadays, they probably don't blame their brother. They're like, the Republicans did it. I'm bleeding. The Republicans did it. I knew it because I saw something about that on the news. We're gonna spank them Republicans. Supposed to be smarter than that. Gotta be smarter than that. All right, let me see. Last couple comments, I'm gonna get out of here. And the meerkats, yes, study the meerkats too. Flat Earth is another false flag in my opinion, of course. I agree with that, Daniel. Everything is, whether Earth is flat or not. Oh, because anybody upset with me? Because I don't know, I ain't never been to space. But whether Earth is flat or not, they just want people in the Matrix fighting over it. That's the intent, that's the goal. Everything's used as a false flag. Whether or not these shootings are real, they don't care. They just want people to fight over it. Whether or not the war helps anything, it's not about that. They want you to fight over it. Whether or not healthcare is a good or bad idea, and everybody's parents ever said help people, the grandparents always said always help the community, builds community, don't let people die. They don't care nothing about it. They just want you to fight over it. As long as they can come up with something for you to fight over, then that's how they stay in power. The Matrix needs you to fight each other, not the Matrix. Fight the Matrix, fight the Matrix, fight the Matrix. Criticize those you can't criticize. That's how you know you're actually, your criticization, which is not a word, but it's okay, it's a word for me. That's how you know your criticization. The English teacher, I had no English teacher friend. I ain't got none. I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I like watching him, but I can't do it. I can't. He make up words and he don't stop. He put commas and periods and mix up question marks and parentheses and semicolons, and he doesn't care. He doesn't care for the King's English. No, he doesn't. That's how you know you're criticizing actually will get somewhere. That's how you know you're criticizing is effective. You're not allowed to do it, or people want you to stop. Truth hurts. Definitely hurts. Always criticize those you can't criticize. Jewelry from Japanese beetles. Go on, Mary. Yeah, hopefully you didn't kill the beetles, though. Hopefully you waited for all the poor people, the American government, the Democrats and Republicans are starving by bombing other people and not taking care of the poor people. Hopefully after they eat the bugs, that's what they're supposed to eat, the bugs in the cities that they're not even allowed to live in, even though they were born here. Then you take the shells off the beetles, but don't be going out killing beetles, making jewelry out of them. The beetles got a place too, and all they're gonna do is make the trees stronger. The botanists won't tell you that, and horticulturists don't seem to know that. The people who work with the damn trees don't seem to understand that the bugs always come and the trees learn. The weakest trees get culled and the strongest ones figured out and handed down. For the same reason, I don't believe in vaccines, because I don't want a weak exposure to the virus. Give me the real deal. And I might die. But I'm gonna pass you some genetics when I kiss you. Ah! And your immune system, oh, damn it, he didn't brush his teeth. But we got the information. He passed on the information. Now we're gonna pass it down to the next generation. Now we know how to fight the bubonic plague. And we got permanent immunity forever. Not herd immunity, for a corporation for 5 minutes, 2, 3 years, however long they last for. You need another booster, but permanent immunity for every generation, forever. How it's worked for billions of years. Same thing. Same exact thing. Same reason they don't want bugs coming here on pallets. They want to spray the pesticides on pallets. Same damn reason they do the forced vaccination. Same damn reason why you can't talk about them. Lowest common denominator. Y'all got all of that. I drank too much coffee. I gotta get out of here. All right, I got work to do. I got a garden waiting for me. Come on, last couple comments. RC insects, flying assassins. Yes, Hank, and they're gonna murder all us. They're gonna murder all us. Some little kid like, I wrote the software. This is awesome. Everything is awesome. That's the song. Everything is awesome. They're writing the software like, yay! And it started out that way, Hank, like, yay! Everybody's cheering in the crowd. Yay! I won the $40,000 prize. I made the drone robot that killed the other drone. Yay! You know it's gonna look like in like 20 years, like, ah! Ah! Explosions blowing up everywhere, blood, like, ah! Like, who made that? Granddaddy made that. Granddaddy, he wrote the software. I hate Granddad. He got $40,000 and he wrote some software that murdered the whole planet. I hate Granddad. All right, last thing, I'm gonna get out of here. Think about how I was on the war on drugs yesterday. Pissed me off. Hate the war on drugs. It's stupid. It's just a war on nature. It's just killing plants. Think about things in the future when you do things and you get involved. Like, think about what your grandkids and your great-grandkids are going to think about you. I think about police who are actually chasing children through poor communities. I think about just trying to do a job. And most of them, mind you, they just wanted to be heroes. They got a job, they wanted to help people, they wanted this. But that's not how our world works. Not when you got an oligarchy. When you got an oligarchy, it's about taking people's rights, their freedom, their safety, and making profit on it. It's about not testing rape kits, right? It's about taking away the natural medicine they need so they don't fall into depression and commit suicide by the age of 15. They just need to smoke cannabis or something just to give them just enough joy to get through a horrible monoculture society. I think about the police that don't really understand that. And they work for the establishment. A lot of great police out there, a lot of great police. And they're the ones who actually hold this thing up. That's why y'all don't be hating on the police. It's just an avatar, it's another avatar. But think about how the future will look back and think of you. Always think about that. You know, you look back and you think about the SS and the Nazis and how the younger generations look back and what they did to people. Genocide, dragging people out of their homes. I think that the next generation, assuming we don't kill everybody already, will actually look back at this war on drugs worse than they will anything else. I think they'll look back at grown men armed to the teeth, carrying $20,000 worth of equipment on their belt, chasing kids through poor neighborhoods because they grew a plant. And millions of people ended up dying for it. That's a video I don't ever want to be in. That's a video I would never want my kids or the next generation, after they explain and they show that all of these natural medicines are important for human evolution and a healthy living. Outside of the fact that you telling other people what to do and willing to kill them if they don't do what the Democrats and Republicans tell them that they have to do, the medicines they can't grow or they can't take. Always think about, you're in these videos, right? Like we were talking about. One thing I appreciate about when I was young is you needed a Polaroid to take my picture. I could run and hide behind a bush. Nowadays, everything is on film, and the last thing you want to be is affiliated with this war on drugs, where swarming groups of armed, grown men are murdering children and taking them into slavery. It's no different. No different. Learn to be a survivalist in all conditions. Exactly, Daniel. There's nothing wrong with being a survivalist. Survivalist is good. Be a survivalist. Learn how to survive Teach it to your children in whatever society and environment you live in. Always teach them to be strong, teach them to be healthy, and how to navigate the current matrix. We defeat the matrix by looking into the mirror and, okay, I did that one. I mean, let the Hunger Games commence. Hey, Joe Hickey, yes. And that's what we live in. We live in the Hunger Games. We're different communities fighting each other for a steak. And a steak that don't even taste no good. Daniel, I'm done with you. Daniel said feel the burn. I'm like, oh, Lord. Yeah, feel the burn. Feel the burn and all the rest of them. Burning the entire earth. Because we keep playing this avatar game. We keep playing with the matrix and we can't criticize the people who are behind all of them. Feel the burn. Feel the burn of destroying our own species. Feel the burn of us being a self-mutilating species that needs to go back to evolving. Criticizing what's coming for the next generation. Struck. Love y'all to death. I'm out of here. Off to the garden. Bye-bye.